God spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to my people. You shall camp by Zephon by the sea. Pharaoh will think they're bewildered by the land and say the wilderness has brought them to their knees. I'll harden Pharaoh's heart. He'll pursue my people. I'll gain honor over Pharaoh and his army. The Egyptians will know that I am the Lord." They did so, and the Hebrews took their journey. It was told the king of Egypt that the people had fled. Pharaoh's heart turned against the people and said, "Why have we done this in letting them go?" He made ready his chariots to change the status quo. Taking 600 chariots with captains over them, pursuing Israel, God hardened his heart. Israel went in boldness as the Pharaoh pursued. Turns out, Pharaoh wasn't all that smart. When Pharaoh drew near, Israel lifted their eyes. The Egyptians had been marching after them. Israel was afraid, being pursued by the sword. The children of Israel cried out to the Lord. They said, "Because there are no graves in Egypt, you've taken us to die in the wilderness. Why have you dealt with us to bring us out of Egypt? Let us alone that we may serve the Egyptians." Moses said, "Don't be afraid. Stand and see the salvation of God, which he will give this day. The Egyptians you see today, you will see no more. Tomorrow they'll be dead, lying on the shore." The Lord said to Moses, "Why do you cry to me? Tell the children of Israel to go forward. Lift your rod, stretch your hand, cause the sea to part. You'll go on dry land, then head northward. I will harden the heart of the Egyptians. They'll follow. I'll gain honor over Pharaoh. Egypt shall know that I am the Lord when I gain honor over his horsemen." The angel of the Lord went out before the camp. He moved, and then he went behind them. The pillar of cloud went and stood behind the people to come between the camps of Egypt and Israel. To the one, it was a cloud of darkness. To the other, it gave light by night. Moses stretched his hand over the sea and caused the waters of the sea to divide. Israel passed on dry ground. The waters were a wall to them. Egypt pursued them into the sea, Pharaoh's horses, chariots, and horsemen. The Lord looked down upon the army of Egypt through the pillar of fire and the pillar of cloud, removing their wheels so they drove them with trouble, saying, "Let's flee from the face of Israel." God told Moses, "Stretch your hand over the sea, that the waters may come back upon the horsemen." Moses obeyed God. When the morning appeared, God overthrew Egypt. The scene was awesome. The waters returned, covered the army of Pharaoh. Not so much as one of them remained. Children of Israel walked through on dry land. The army of Egypt was restrained. The Lord saved Israel from Egypt that day, seeing Egyptians dead on the shore. Israel saw the work which the Lord had done, so they feared God and his servant Moses.